my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to construct the custom unit on the sewing machine. The sewing machine that I'm using is a Singer Heavy Duty. I can't remember the series number, but if I find out, I'll put it in the description box. But this is how the machine looks. I'm going to be using 3 bundles of straight hair because I will be creating a bob, but it's going to be cut. And then I'm going to be using a frontal instead of a closure. So this is the frontal. This is transparent lace, 13 by 4. And let's get into the video. So I already went ahead and did my guidelines on my cap. If you guys want a detailed video on how to get measurements and how to do my guidelines, just let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to get that video out for you. But I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to get straight into the video. This may be, I want to say I might break this video down into 3 series because it is kind of like a step-by-step, and I want you guys to pretty much know everything. But as I go along, I will tell you what products I'm using, and I'll also leave it in the description box as well. So I'm not going to show you guys how to set up the sewing machine in this video, but I already have it set up. I am going to show you how to thread the bobbin because mine that's in here is running out. But once it runs out, I'll show you guys as I go along. So I'm just gonna get started. The thread that I am using is the Gutterman. I don't know if you guys can see. It is the Gutterman. What is it? Oh, Gutterman 100% polyester thread. I get it from Joann's. I am located in Hawaii, as I stated before, so I have to order everything offline because they don't have a Joann's store here. But if I do run out before my package from Joann's come, I do use some polyester thread from Walmart. So like I said, I make wigs for everybody. I ship worldwide. So I'm going to be putting my logo on the inside of the cap, and I also include a clip in the back, and any additional clips, you know, will be additional cost. First, you gotta start from the bottom and work your way up. This big line right here that goes across is where I will stop because that's where the frontal will be placed. So my last track will pretty much be right here to fill in that gap between the frontal and the last track. So we're just gonna go in. I always line my cap up. Let me adjust the camera so y'all can see. So I adjust the cap to the line, the guidelines, the white mark, and then you're gonna take your bundle. I normally go ahead and pre-double the tracks, but because I have a lot of orders and I really don't have a lot of time, I just double them as I go. But if you do want to see how I double the wefts, please check out my other video. This is more like a updated version or whatever, because I do have a newer machine in this video compared to my last one. And yeah, so you're just gonna take your tracks together. You're going to lift up your back handle that's in the back of your machine to lift up the lever, and then I just place my track on that line. I didn't even turn my machine on. Turn your machine on. But line it up, let your machine go through, and then you're going to take your reverse, you're going to back stitch. So I back stitch about 3 or 4 times. You want to back stitch to make sure that the bundle does not come loose. Back stitching is important. So I do that about 3 or 4 times, and then I just go ahead and sew the track all the way to the end. Once I get to this end, I'll back stitch about 3 or 4 times as well. Cut the hair and then move on. I'm just gonna tell you guys because the machine is a little loud, so that's why I'm telling you what to do. Also, because the tracks are not doubled, you have to hold them close together pretty much to pretend like they're already doubled. I cut my tracks where it's supposed to stop, and then I double stitch. Once you're done, lift it up, roll your needle up using the handle on the side. You're just gonna take your scissors, you're going to cut that thread exactly where it ends on the cap, and then you're gonna cut that extra thread on the side and in the back. And this is how the first tracks look. It should be not going anywhere. That back stitch is going to make sure that track is not going anywhere. And this is how it look. I added my first track, and then I go in and I add my name tag, just because I don't want it to be under, I don't want to sew the tracks onto the name tag. I want to be able to see. So once I sew that first one on, I go in, I change my stitching pattern to the straight, and then I place my name tag right at the very bottom along the 2 lines that's in the meshed on cap. You want it to be even, so I position it there. I take that straight stitch, and then I just go across. I will lift the needle up, go down, lift the needle up, go across, lift the needle up, and go around. I don't stop and cut. I just do it on one like process. That's how it should look. My vendor that I get my hair from, she make these for me as well, and I love them because it's my brand, and that's how it should look. I'm going to go in and proceed to do my second track, and then I will add in my comb. That's how your second track should look. This is how the outside looks. Like I said, it's not going anywhere, y'all. That's why I say custom units last for a very long time, and even if your lace begins to ball, you can always get a new lace and switch it out. So it is not going anywhere. I showed you guys how to do the first 2 tracks. I'm going to show you how to add in the comb, and then I'm going to complete the wig and come with the ending result. Add that comb in. I always add the comb on that extra black line, so it was literally sit right here, so you will still see the hearts in my logo. So I'm going to place it right here. I don't use the straight stitch how I did with the tag. I use the double because you want it to come in between the comb to make sure that the comb does not move. And the meshed on cap, and then you're just going to go back stitch. Be careful because doing this can break your needle, so take your time because it will break your needle if you clamp into the comb. So once you have your comb in, this is how it should look. Of course you're gonna have that thread right there, but it's not a big deal. And this is how the inside should look. Amazing, flawless, inside and outside. Guaranteed beautiful work and long lasting with this method that I'm doing. So I'm going to finish up this wig, continue to sew the tracks along the guidelines, and then I'll come and show you guys the end result before we move on to part 2, which will be the bleaching knots, adding the frontal, and then styling. So we are done, you guys. I have completed the wig. Like I said, this last white line is where the frontal will pretty much connect or whatever. So we're done. Really suggest going ahead and brushing the hair really hard to get all that extra hair out from when you're cutting the tracks, to prevent more shedding. So go ahead and brush this out, and then we're going to move on to bleaching the knots on the frontal and the placement of the frontal.